What's going on, everyone? In this one, I'm going to be continuing the series of answering questions that players may have over Borderlands 3. The previous one, we decided to see what would happen when we didn't beat Dead Grace's easy records. And, well, we got some really interesting reactions and a legendary.
Wow, you got guts for days, Vault Hunter. Waltzing into a little dead girl's birthday party and going after a record. Then again, Grace never backed down from a challenge. Guts for days. Well, you got class, Vault Hunter. I appreciate you keeping Gracie's records alive like that. Keeps her close to me. And I got to thinking, the best place for this pistol is in your hands. Good hunting out there. Make my Gracie proud and go kill some Varkets for me.
Good on you, Vault Hunter.
In this one, we're going to be seeing what happens when we tip Moxxi a small loan of $1 million.
It's always happy hour when I see you, sugar.
This is actually a loan from my buddy who decided to give me $1 million. So big props to him for making this experiment come into existence. Because I'm not going to lie, around when I thought about this experiment idea, I was pretty dry on cash. Because I've been trying to get upgrades and whatnot. So yeah, anyways, enough about that. We're going to be seeing if Moxxi has any type of voice lines after a while when you're tipping this much money. Also, we're going to be seeing if we get any special Moxxi gear or something from tipping her this much. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into this. Let's see what happens. Wow, we can only tip 1,000 at a time. This is going to be a while. I'm going to fast forward until something interesting happens. Alright, sent me something in the mail. I'm not going to check until I get rid of all the money here.
Oh, you are just too kind. You sure know how to make a girl feel special. Oh, you think I feel below me? You shouldn't have. You sure know how to make a girl feel special. Money behind the sugar. Keep 'em coming. That's what I always say. Now that's what I like to see. You sure know how to make a girl feel special. Oh, you dear sweet thing. All that little old me, you shouldn't have. You must be living the high life, flashing cash like that. I think I like it.
That was something a little different.
Oh, you are just too kind, sugar. Tell Marcus his tab doesn't count as alimony, and he needs to pay that too.
Huh.
You must be living the high life, flashing cash like that. I think I like it. Sure how to make you settle. All the... Must be in the high life, like that. I think I like it. You do sweet thing. Oh, you are just punch. That's how I see. You should know how to make girl feel special. Oh, you sweet thing. You split my life, chat like that. Yeah, I like it. I always appreciate it. Keep 'em coming. That's what I always say. You must be living a high life, flashing cash like that. I think I like it. I always appreciate a big tip.
Huh. She always appreciates a big tip, huh?
Mighty kind of you, sugar.
Oh.
I always appreciate a big tip. Oh, you dear sweet thing. Oh, you sweet thing, you. After all you've done for me, here, I've got a little gift for ya.
Okay. That was actually some dialogue I haven't got quite yet, and I donated a little over $1 million to her, straight there. I've now donated to her actually $2 million. My previous file of me doing this corrupted. So now I'm going to go ahead and check out all the gifts that I got from her. And that ending dialogue right there was pretty interesting. Wonder if that means we got something special. She sent us a special gift. Okay, so as you can see, we got a weapon called the Hail. And the flavor text for it reads, "What plaything can you offer me today?" And as you can see, the message that you get from Moxxi for tipping her says, "Hey, big spender, thanks for the tip. You can wet your whistle at my place any day. And when you spray this bad boy into a crowd of fanatics, I hope you'll think of me." Okay, huh. Anyways, here's a little bit of footage of the hail firing. That's a pretty unique shot. Your typical reload animation. It can also be burst fire. But yeah. That's it for this weapon. Moxxi also hooked us up with another weapon called Crit. As you can see on the side of the weapon, it says kisses with a heart. Of course, that's just a little bit of Moxxi's style to give it more of that personal touch from her. Also, the flavor text for this reads, slippery when wet. And the flavor text actually goes along with this weapon, because while you're firing this SMG, which I have to say, the shots for it look awesome, definitely unique. But as you can see, right there, the weapon just dropped right out of her hands when firing it. It's honestly kind of scary because if you drop this weapon, that gives other players a chance to steal this from you. Anyways, lastly up, the best weapon that I got out of this was another Crit, as you can see here, except this one, as you can see, is anointed. And it comes with another perk on it that states on action skill end, the next 2 magazines will have 50% additional bonus cryo damage. It's kind of cool. And I bet the hail weapon that you can also get from Moxxi can come with an anointed variant as well. It's just these variations are really, really rare, it seems. Because out of like the 30 weapons that I managed to get from Moxxi from the $1,000,000, only one of these were anointed. So keep that in mind. You may not even get this from tipping her $1,000,000. Seems like these are just way more rare to get, which makes sense because it does come with a special perk on them. The only problem is how this drops out of your hands sometimes. That's what makes this pretty terrifying. As you can see, here's me using it. And yeah, that just dropped out of my hands. And another thing to keep in mind as well is that I have tipped Moxxi previously. So what you just saw here isn't the only tips that I have gave her. And I have only gotten one of these anointed weapons. But who knows, I mean, you could get lucky enough to get it before tipping that much. These anointed weapons aren't bad whatsoever. The only downfall is the Crit weapon, I have to say. I don't really like how it drops out of your hands. I don't want someone taking this from me and not giving me it back. Oh man, that would be a huge troll. But it could happen to that same person that stole it from me. It could drop out of their hands. It's just too wet to control, okay? Yeah. That's basically what the flavor text is saying. It honestly, in my opinion, might be better to get an anointed variant of the hail weapon that you can get from Moxxi. But that's just my opinion. You could like this SMG more. I'm out of here though, everyone. Thanks for taking the time watching and listening to this experiment. If you have a recommendation of what we should try out next in Borderlands 3 to make it an episode, feel free to leave it down below in the comments. That's totally up to you though, if you want to do that. Just being here watching this is good enough support with me. I'm out of here though, everyone. Thanks for taking the time watching and listening. Until next time, peace.